So I'm trying something a little different right now, and I'm going to have a cup of coffee with you. So if you're seeing this, grab yours. Let's chat. This isn't going to be too long of a video, but my intention is this to be really raw and organic and no editing. What's present for me right now is to share what I need to hear because I know that I am among many beautiful women out there that are trying to get themselves to that next place or wanting to take that first big step to shift their life into a direction that feels more aligned and attuned to them. And the thing that I want to share that I know I need to hear right now is to never give up on yourself. That life is a series. It's like, we've heard it, we've seen it. It's the hills and the valleys. And we are absolutely living at a time in human history where things are unbelievable on so many levels. My mom passed away 2 years ago. And even though I miss her terribly, I would not want her witnessing this because she would just be beside herself. So that is real. That energy, it is impacting every area of our life. I also see it, and this is what I want to remind myself and you, if this is serving you, that it's the most beautiful, most powerful opportunity to create shift and change and a ripple effect in the world as we know it. There has never been, in my experience, a more open, vulnerable opportunity for the collective, what's right, to rise. And, an epiphany that I had sounds a little dramatic, but it was like kind of an epiphany for me about like 6 months ago. And as women, I feel like no matter how powerful we are absolutely still editing. We're auditing and editing our voice so much because that is the world that we were born into. And that's what we had to do to even find our way through. And if it wasn't about being, showing up a certain way with manners and how to articulate and what to say, not to say, it was trying to make sure we didn't ruffle too many feathers so that nobody wants to be rejected, but also if we needed access to something, if we were in a job, if we had to influence. I mean, there's just so many, that BS has been rewritten and labeled so many different things. The bottom line is we've been modifying, editing, and auditing our voice for way too fucking long. And when it occurred to me how many, mostly men, white men out there, are just getting away with whatever, no consequences whatsoever, and it's on just in broad daylight, everyone knows it. I thought to myself, why am I working so hard? I mean, so much of it now is often unconscious. I have to stop myself. But why am I working so hard to make it just right, to prove myself, to make sure I don't, like, why would I do that? Why would I do that anymore? Like, or the other thing that I would do is have to have my thought so tight that nobody could come and like pick it apart. And whether it's me not wanting to feel stupid or me not wanting to feel called out or me not wanting to be questioned, because I definitely felt questioned. My a way of being was always put in this like bucket that I always felt was trivialized and minimalized. And I think it's actually one of the most powerful parts of staying grounded in this world, ironically. So when I realized that, it wasn't like it stopped immediately, I locked into that. And that's what I want to share with you. There is absolutely no reason why you should be holding back, editing, auditing, not saying, not doing, not moving towards whatever is true for you. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be polished. It doesn't have to be completely clear. Clarity comes from taking action. So I just want to encourage that and like not to give up, to trust that every single step is preparing you for the next one and the next one and the next one. And I did this exercise recently. I want to figure out how I can share it. But it occurred to me because I'm someone I have a master's degree in spiritual psychology that I did 25 years ago, and I've been applying it inside all of my life and professional life in successive leadership roles. So with people, advising, coaching, mentoring. And I know I am my own first client. And so when I remember that and zoom myself out and start to look at how do I need to coach myself right now, it occurred to me that I just was not owning. I wasn't owning my power. I wasn't knowing something, but owning it and bringing it to life, I have found are two different things. And I think a lot of it has to do with the smoke and mirrors and the roles we've had to play. They're so practiced. So I did this exercise, and actually I took a couple of months because I started it and then I didn't finish it, but I trust everything is happening for a reason. I have this huge mirror behind me and in the middle of my main area here of my living space. And I put this big piece of like butcher paper and I just did a timeline. And I ended up calling it before I started it my Genius Genesis. And I wanted to reconnect to all that I have done and all that I have participated in, everything I've learned, and how did it transform my life, and what stood out to me about it, and all of it. Where did it not work? Where did I regret? But it was all about becoming more connected, that all of those things are bringing me more and more into my own inner authority, and not holding back anymore, not getting caught up in so much of the whitewashing that happens, I feel like, in trying to be professional, or again, like not ruffle feathers and meet people where they are. I'm so done with that. It's just, to me, it's another form of oppression. We all came here with a voice, and we all came here with an essence, and we all came here with a purpose. And there are no two snowflakes alike. So we are all here to bring something really powerful. So I'm just encouraging you that this is your time. There has never been a better time for you to step forward into whatever it is that's calling you. If you're not immersed in something, then I encourage you to pay attention to what you're curious about, what keeps you thinking, what's the thing. Even sometimes it's behind the thing that irks you or frustrates you. A lot of us are meant to turn our pain into purpose. So there's all kinds of ways your divine knowing, your inner knowing, your intuition is trying to make contact with you. So just start paying attention to that. And don't think you have to dig so far. I also think we're so programmed to make everything has to be so hard. It can't be that easy. No, what we're here to do, what we're each here to do, does come easy. Getting paid for what comes easiest to you, that's a paradigm shift because of the programming. But that's what's natural. There's something really powerful and special about what you do that the world needs. Otherwise, you would not exist. Period. End of story. If you are immersed in something and you are struggling, or you're unclear, or you're doubting yourself, just know that that's just part of the process, and that does not need to be the last thought. I feel like one of the things that I continue to work with is how to stay conscious when that's running, and what to do with it in a way that's kind, that's not like rejecting that's not rejecting or making it wrong, or getting all, because that's where, like, for me, I can spin out mentally and emotionally, and it can trigger old wounds. And sometimes there's opportunity for growth there, and I go for it. But my point in sharing that is that we also don't need to take every dip as far as it goes. Like, catch the learning and keep going. And sometimes it's other stuff. Like, I know for me, I don't sleep enough. I don't sleep right. That's a big opportunity for me. And I know that that is the foundation of everything that I struggle with. And when I know that that's like my Achilles heel right now. And when I get a handle on that, it's going to make everything much smoother. So I'm just saying there's often a physical thing that's also exacerbating something that you might be working through. I hope this was of service. I'm going to go have my coffee. I thought I would drink it with you, but clearly I cannot do that while I'm speaking. But I appreciate you. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jennifer. And my number one intention is to be the voice that reminds you that your truth is your power. So trust yourself and watch your life transform. Until next time.